Benchmark: Organizational Design, Structure, and Change Presentation, The Walt Disney Company. The underperforming dimension of the Walt Disney Company is people management. The first component of that is employee pay. The Walt Disney Company has received subsidies for expansions and improvements in and around their parks. Anaheim, California requires any business receiving subsidies to pay a living wage. Disney refuses to allow the servers who work at Disney World's restaurants to keep their tips. In March of 2017, the Department of Labor found Disney guilty of forcing employees to pay for costumes out of their own pockets. Disney is accused of recruiting college students as interns to work for less money than a regular employee in order to reduce its payroll. Disney earned $14 billion in profits, and the company's board gave Bob Iger an 80% boost in his compensation to $65.7 million. His annual compensation was 1,424 times what the median Disney worker earned, one of the widest CEO worker gaps of any American corporation. A second component is discrimination. Religious and racial discrimination consists of Disney employees being accused of not exemplifying the look that is expected of its employees. Older, veteran employees are being told that their position is being eliminated, but a new, similar position is taking its place with a younger employee. Gender discrimination consists of female employees being told to choose between their career and being a mother. The third component is worker conditions. Disney indoctrinates employees and requires you to sign your life away to work at the park. Employees agree to work whenever and however long Disney wants. Bacteria, contaminated water, exposure to toxic chemicals, and risk of fire are all hazardous conditions that have been found in sweatshops. The National Labor Committee found that Disney was using factories for its consumer goods that were making employees work 14-hour days, 7 days a week, paying no overtime, and wages at less than half of minimum wage. The ramifications of this is that Disney will find it difficult to find talent. They will find difficulty in retaining talent. It will result in negative branding, and it will eventually have an impact on profits. The positive family-oriented branding of Disney to the customer has been successful. However, the impact of the treatment of the employees has hurt Disney in finding and retaining talent. Disney is branded negatively regarding employment. The appeal to the customer, but the inconsistent messaging of how they treat their employees will ultimately hurt profits. The relevance on the organization is that Disney is a divisional structure. It has business-type segments, functional groups for centralization, and geographical divisions. Although the structure helps the company grow globally, it negatively impacts management strategies, which ultimately hurts the employee. Divisional structure focuses on customers and global growth, but not on the employee. Disney should have a divisional structure that focuses on the employee as a growth segment, since the payoff from them investing in their own people has growth potential just like the other segments of media networks, parks and resorts, studio entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Disney is actually an anti-conscious culture. The company's history of putting profits before people dates all the way back to Walt Disney himself. Ticket prices have gone up significantly for the last 10 years, but employee pay has remained stagnant. The Labor Department investigation found Disney failed to compensate employees properly for overtime. Your employees are your business. Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group, once said, take care of your employees and they'll take care of your business. Your employees should be like family. Disney needs to start viewing their employees like family and be focused on how they care for their family that is at home as much as they care for strangers on the other side of the world. The plan would be to implement an 8-step process, starting with creating a timeline for implementation to take place, then building a team of conscious leaders who already practice conscious leadership, as well as embrace and encourage the need for a conscious culture. Disney is a company based on creativity. They need to utilize the creative and strategic minds that they already have. They need to reach out to the company as a whole and ask for volunteers who want to help implement this plan. This will help build momentum and enthusiasm. They need to complete a root cause analysis and review the processes already in place. They need to remove the additional steps and barriers that will impede implementation and have a continual process improvement always occurring. As each stage of development is achieved, they need to reward the company as a whole for being creative and moving in the right direction. They need to create timelines for each stage to be completed with an ultimate target date of implementation. They need to have the rewards increase as more stages are completed. And they need to keep the goal easily visible for everyone to see, as well as to visually track the progress. Finally, they need to implement the plan. Implementing any plan is only as good as the people leading it. If leadership does not support and believe in the benefits of conscious leadership and culture, then any plan is dead on arrival. Therefore, the leadership will be responsible for implementing and overseeing the execution of the plan, must believe in what they are doing. Consistency and follow-through are crucial to the success of the plan. As important as the leaders are of a plan that implements change, not only for the benefit of the employees, but holistically for the organization, the employees also need to believe and be supportive of a change to conscious leadership and culture. The large number of employees will also present its own challenges, since the plan will need to be implemented in multiple countries and with hundreds of thousands of employees and leaders. The corporation should recognize the immense value working people provide to the theme park guests every day. The men and women of family-friendly Disney deserve job standards that value their families. Disney needs to begin seeing their employees as people and not just a number. Disney needs to not just be about the people that serve as their customers or the people of other cultures around the world, but within their own backyard. Disney lacks consistency in their messaging, and that starts at the top with conscious leadership. Disney needs a conscious culture that realizes all people matter, not just the customer or the shareholder, but the employee, the vendor, and if you take care of people, they will take care of you. It all works together and each component is dependent on the other. No component is independent of the other, and any impact, positive or negative, is felt universally, and it will impact the organization as a whole. In my organization, we are a team-based structure, and employees only report to one supervisor or manager. This avoids a complex relationship with more than one supervisor or manager and allows for consistent and clear communication. A culture of one team will promote individuals to work to the best of their ability, knowing that it is not only beneficial for their success, but also the organization. As the organization experiences success, so will those who help us achieve it. Enthusiasm about the organization and the direction it is going must come from the top down. As employees experience the enthusiasm that the leaders have, employees will become enthusiastic as well, and it will become infectious.